Okay, I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now. If you're driving, you can do this while you're driving, but I really want you to just focus for a second. If you can, close your eyes and take a deep breath. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do it again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Ooh, let it go. And let's do one more, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Let that shit go. I saw this really cool card it was like a postcard in a gift shop, and it was a meditation image, and someone was just saying, let that shit go. And here's the thing. Today we're going to talk about the entrepreneur roller coaster ride, what to do when you want to give up. And one thing you must learn to do on the entrepreneur roller coaster ride is breathe a lot. I mean, a lot. So we're going to talk about different strategies and thoughts around why you want to give up and what to do when you want to give up. If it's your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda, the host of Max Potential Money. This is your place to come each and every week for tips and inspiration to help you be a more aligned moneymaker, to have it be easier, feel better, make more money doing what you love, by charging what you're worth, by letting go of your fears, your doubts, your uncertainties, your procrastination, all the money blocks that keep you stopped. That's what I'm here to teach you. So let's dive in. And if you are loving what you get here each week, click the notification bell so you never miss an episode. It also helps with the algorithms to help us reach more people, impact more people through YouTube. Click on the thumbs up, the like, and then subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, help our NFA family grow. Okay, so I know you're here because you're an entrepreneur and you probably feel like you're on a roller coaster ride sometimes and that you want to give up. I had 2 clients this week, actually 3, message me and say, I just want to fucking give up sometimes. I want to throw in the towel. I've been up all night freaking out. And I am telling you, I've had this too so many times in my business. You know, I was journaling this morning and I had this very vulnerable, self-reflective awareness of like, have I really been showing up for my people in a way where I'm transparent about what I go through and what I struggle with? And my eyes are filling up with tears right now because I'm like, shit, I thought that I was helping by sharing tips and tools and strategies with you to help you build your business faster and by bringing you my upbeat, inspirational force and energy. And there's also the other side where I feel like shit sometimes. I feel scared. I feel alone. I feel, you know, I did a podcast the other day with someone and they were talking about being alone at the top. And, you know, I was thinking, am I at the top? I'm not at the top. Am I alone? I feel alone a lot. It's the roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship. On the roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship, there are ups, there are downs, there are places where you're holding your hands high and you're like riding the stormy wave and you're like smiling and laughing. There's parts where you want to throw up. There's parts where you want to get off the frickin' ride. There's parts where you want to give up. There's parts where you wonder why you got on this roller coaster at all. There are parts where you're like, this is the most exhilarating, amazing, awesome thing on the planet. That's the roller coaster ride. And I think that I've been bringing a lot of tips here, and I get messages from you all the time that you're getting something out of what I'm bringing, and I'm ready to show up in a different way. You know, part of this is my heart. Part of this is letting go of the fears of looking like a failure or looking like I don't know what I'm doing, or, you know, it's that imposter syndrome fraud piece. Like, I'm not a fraud. I've built in a successful business. My business grows every year. So there are ups and downs. It is like this, right? Like I'm still not, every year I have the trajectory of making more money with less work. And in the middle of that trajectory of those years, there are ups and downs. Right now I'm at a huge downturn in my profits because I've decided to shift into a new program because I've gotten more refined in my business. And it's kind of freaking scary. It's like, oh God, you know, I'm biting my nails and I'm staying up some nights going like, what if it doesn't work? And I'm doing all my money block work on myself and I'm reaching out to my coaches and my consultants and I'm And sometimes I feel alone, and sometimes I feel afraid, like, oh God, I'm not supposed to fall apart because I'm a mindset coach and I'm a money-making coach. And, you know, if I'm not always on the up, how does that feel for other people? And I know you feel this way too. I have my people tell me this all the time. So I know you feel like, I can't fall apart. Everyone's counting on me. Maybe just your kids are counting on you, and your few clients are counting on you, or your few customers. You're like, shit, I've got to have it all together. I've got to look like I'm totally amazing all the time. And the truth is, no one can be up all the time. It's not possible. And it's a one-sided expectation to think that you're never going to want to give up. One thing I like to compare it to is motherhood. So I have 3 biological babies and now a stepson. I'm getting married in a couple weeks in Hawaii, which is so exciting. So he'll be my legal stepson. Right now he's just, you know, my chosen stepson who's amazing. And in that, you know, I go like, oh God, building a business is like having babies, okay? And when I say this, it's because you're starting something from the seed and like newborn stage, right? And you feel totally incompetent and you don't know what you're doing, yet you love this newborn baby so much. For those of you who have kids, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, you could think of, you know, a puppy or a sibling or something that you've nurtured from younger ages and watched developmentally grow, and you've seen all the challenges of it. So let's just say you're a parent for now. You know, like the second I found out I was pregnant, which was a surprise, and I was terrified, and I was like, oh shit, I was only 20 years old. I ended up dropping out of college, and I was scared. And I was completely attached. And I was like, okay, well, I better start to figure this out. I went to the library and I got every book I could get, which wasn't very many at the time, about motherhood and you know, it was like motherhood, being pregnant, what the process was like, how to be a good, how to nurture your body during pregnancy. And I did the best I knew how to do. And when I had her, my first baby, she's now 23 years old, which blows my mind. I was freaking scared. I mean, it was so scary. Like, I know some mothers might have this thing where they birth their baby into the world and they're like in bliss and heaven and awe. I looked at her and I was like, oh fuck, I'm in charge of a human now and I don't know what I'm doing. And this is terrifying. And I loved her. And part of the reason that I felt so terrified is because I loved her so much. If I didn't care, I'd be like, yeah, there's a baby, no big deal. But I really was like, oh my God, I'm responsible for this baby that is my life, and I love her and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm willing to give it my all. And I did. Every baby I gave my all. My babies know how much I love them. And have I made mistakes as parents? Absolutely. And do they know I love them? Absolutely. Are they thriving every single day? No. They thrive some days and they're on the roller coaster ride of life, just like we are in business. And our business is the exact same. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, you know, there have been periods where in my first year, I remember thinking like, damn it, I wish I didn't want to be an entrepreneur because it would be a hell of a lot easier to get a paycheck. And what if this doesn't work out? And oh God, I feel like I'm hanging on the edge of a cliff by my nails and I'm slipping and falling. And oh God, there's nobody there to catch me. I mean, during the process of building my business over the last 2.5 years, so I actually looked at my first YouTube video just now to see the date. I started releasing YouTube videos in 2018. It was June 2018, before I even started my business. It was like I started planting the seeds and I was still in school. I had just graduated like in May of 2018. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to start some social media stuff to get out there. And then I had another semester of teaching in the honors department at CU before I took the leap and went full time in 2019. So then 2019, 2020, here we are right now at the time of this recording, 2021. And when I started doing my business, there were ups, there were downs, there were months. I had a couple months in the beginning where it was like 10,000, then I'd have a $0,000, $0. Then I'd have 20,000, you know, it was all over the place. And I had stated out loud, declared to everyone that I was like, I'm breaking through to 6 figures my first full-time year. And I had no clue how to really do it, but I saw other people doing it and I thought, if they can do it, I can do it. And so I kept taking action in that direction. And, you know, we were moving into 4th quarter and I wasn't even close. I was like, oh shit, I don't know what's going to happen here. And then I had one breakthrough with this joint venture that exploded my business and I got a whole influx of new clients thank you to that joint venture partnership that was so amazing and awesome. And it started my whole business in a new direction, and I broke the 6-figure mark. That first year I made $103,000 and change. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. And it was, I mean, I like want to cry so hard right now, because it's like gratitude for myself, and also like, man, I remember the roller coaster ride, fears, doubts, uncertainties, like tiredness, the push, the fears, the feeling like I was an imposter. When people would invite me to, you know, speak at things, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. And it would work because I had my heart invested, just like with my babies. It was like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I figured it out as I went. I took one step along the way appeared. It's a quote by Rumi, which I love. He says, when you take one step on the path appears. That's exactly how this works. No one gives you a guidebook when you have a newborn baby. No one gives you a guidebook when you have your business. And I know business consultants will say, like, I've got all the steps for you. And the truth is, yeah, I can give you a lot of tips. I can give you a lot of strategies. I can give you a lot of clarity. I can inspire you. I can help you as a coach. I can help you see your unconscious blocks. And some of it is experience and you taking time and you being committed. You know, I've told you before that I have a success formula. I like to call it the inevitable success formula. It's strategic daily action plus time equals inevitable success, right? Strategic daily action plus time. The thing about the strategic daily action is that there are 8 bajillion resources out there for you to follow. You could do, some people say go funnels. Some people say funnels are the worst thing ever. Some people say, go all organic marketing. Some people say you have to do Facebook ads. Some people say build your business, you know, with groups. Some people say groups are horrible, do high ticket one-on-one. I mean, there is conflicting information out there everywhere. So some of this is just you staying in the game, refining yourself on the roller coaster ride, nurturing that planted seed of the vision and dream that you have. So when you have a baby, you have the vision of like, oh my God, I want my baby to be loved and fulfilled and turn into an awesome human being who feels self-love. And I get to be a part of that. Your business is the same. You go like, okay, I've got this seed. I'm going to grow it over time. I don't know all of the ways to nurture. I do know it needs, you know, like sunlight and water. In your business, you know, you need to take strategic daily action plus time. You'll have inevitable success. And in that strategy part of the strategy is trying new things, hiring different types of people. Of course, there are ways that work better than others. You want to hire people that have a track record of success. And you don't want to just buy every program and have shiny object syndrome, but some of it's a discovery process. I'm really watching this with a lot of my clients right now and for myself. I've been reflecting a lot on what I've done to get where I am and how I keep refining and getting clearer and clearer over time. And I go, okay, it's taken me 2.5, you know, at the end of this year will be 3 full years of business. It's taken me that amount of time to, God, so many things, to learn my voice, to learn who I want to work with, to learn what I'm good at doing, to learn how I can get people results, to learn how to not sound markety when you really are marketing, how to feel and sound authentic when you kind of are and aren't, how to turn this camera on and just talk to you from my heart. It's taken 3 years. I'm over 300 videos in on YouTube. And I'm sure we'll look back at these videos sometimes and go like, that was funny, you know, like silly, and I could have done better and all the things, you know. You got to let go of your fear of perfection and your fear that if it's not perfect, people won't like you. And actually it showing up and just sharing your heart with your people who you're just one step ahead is more useful than putting on a show. And the weird thing is when you're doing it, you don't even know you're doing it. I never showed up here thinking like, I'm going to get on the camera and put on a show. And then you still just don't know how to not do it because you're like, you're trying to do something, usually get business, right? You're trying, you might care a ton and you're trying to help people, right? So I'm trying to bring you tips in the past. You know, it's like I'm always going like, I just want to bring you tips. I have a big heart for it. And so that's what you're trying to do. And you're not trying to be unauthentic, but it can come across sometimes as inauthentic, and or you can look back at it later and go like, God, was that authentic? So I'm really having this reflective moment this week where I'm like, wow, I've I've been really good at sharing information with you, and I've been really good at helping you, giving you strategies that I've used that have been successful for myself and my clients. And I haven't been fully transparent about the challenges and the downfalls and the fears and the doubts and the uncertainties. Like, I don't almost ever turn on the camera when I'm like, fuck, I just want to cry and I'm scared and I want to give up and I want to throw in the towel. You know, so it's like this episode is titled the Entrepreneur Roller Coaster Ride, What to Do When You Want to Give Up. So I haven't turned on the camera when I've wanted to give up. I've hidden mostly, and I still show up. I've still done the videos, but I haven't shared as transparently with you as I could have about how I really felt, which was like nail-biting fear, working through my money blocks, wondering if I'm going to make it, wondering if the money's going to stop, wondering if I have to keep working this hard for the rest of my life, sometimes wishing I could just work at a coffee shop because it'd be easy and totally simple and I wouldn't even have to think about anything. You know, going like, oh my God, I could just get a job somewhere and get health benefits. I mean, on and on and on, right? And go like, oh, I launched something and only a couple people showed up. Or yeah, I launched things and it grows, but then, you know, it fizzles out because I'm unsure about my direction. And I mean, the list goes on. And I know that these happen to me. I know they happen to you because I see them happen to me and I see them happen to you. And, you know, I show up as a powerful coach because I can help you through those stuck points, because I help myself through the stuck points. It doesn't mean they don't happen. They happen for me. I get scared. And so I want to share those things with you today because I don't want you to think you're alone and I don't want you to give up, you know, unless you want to give up. Give up. That's up to you. I'm not someone who can stop you from doing that. And I know that if you give yourself time and you take strategic daily action, your success is inevitable. I promise you that. It might take you, you know, some people it takes a year, some people it takes 5 years, some people it takes 10 years. It's up to you. It's up to you, and it depends on how quickly you're able to get energetically aligned and take that strategic action. And know that it's a refining process. Know that you're going to have down days. Know that you're going to have days where you have on your schedule to do a podcast episode or a YouTube episode or a live, and you woke up with the zit, you feel puffy, you feel ugly, you feel unclear, your head's foggy, and you do it anyway because you are being there for your people. And you are reliable and you're consistent and you show up because you care about the people you serve. Because if you don't show up, they see you as somebody who's not reliable. And that's the last thing your community needs. They need a reliable person who's going to show up for them even when they don't feel top perfect. So, you know, I can look at my time of showing up for you and go like, I haven't always been so transparent about it. The thing I have been good at is always showing up for you. And I know that. And my commitment to you now is to show up for you in new ways, where as I learn and grow as a thought leader and as a coach and as a consultant, is to show up and share my struggles with you. You know, when people work with me one-on-one, they get a lot more of my personal life and the ups and downs. Here, sometimes like a YouTube video feels like a performance, and I don't want it to be, and yet it gets challenging to remove that feeling around it. So my commitment to you is to show up in a transparent way, let you know what's going on for me as I grow my business, let you know that sometimes it's scary, that I have doubts, that I have uncertainties, share my people's doubts and uncertainties with you so you can keep growing. And I want to hear from you. I want to know when you feel like giving up, what do you do? And when you feel like giving up, why do you choose to stay? Why do you want to stay in entrepreneurship? Tap into that, because, you know, for me, when I have those down moments, I do this. I go like, I'll play out the opposite side and I'll go, okay, well, if I give up right now, then what? I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to get up at, you know, in the morning, every morning, lose all my time freedom and get there and go, oh God, I hate this. I'm not employable because I hate being told what to do. I want to do exactly what I want to do. And I know I have the power to make a huge impact. So I'd be at that job and within a week I would quit, which, you know, I've never quit a job before. And well, that's not true. I have left jobs before. Usually it was like circumstantial, but I haven't been employed in a long time. I'm not employable. My business I'm dedicated to because I want to make an impact and I want to have freedom. That's why I'm in business. I love to share what I'm learning with you. I don't want you to stay stuck in survival mode. I want you to be able to do what you love, make money doing it. I want you to charge what you're worth, feel your value, feel that you have a way to financially contribute to your family's life, to your life, to making the world a better place, whatever that means to you. And I want you to have a powerful tool to do that. And entrepreneurship is that. and it's a really intense roller coaster ride. So I don't want you to have this one-sided perspective that it should be all good, or that Amanda's business is all good, or, you know, that it's always easy for me. I've talked a lot about stepping into the zone of genius, and you know, if you're aligned, everything is flowing. Yeah, when you're in your zone of genius, things are flowing. Are you in your zone of genius every single day, every single moment? No way. And if people tell you they are, they're not. I'm there a lot, and I get stuck sometimes. And when I get stuck, I can shift through it pretty quickly, but I get stuck and I get scared and I get misaligned. And the beautiful gift of those misalignments, I want you to think about this. When you are stuck and you feel like you want to give up, remember, this is you getting refined to grow to the next evolution of yourself. And that the quicker you can start to shift and self-reflect and become aware, the quicker you can shift and have that next evolution of yourself. Stay in it as long as you want. That's up to you. You can evolve pretty quickly. Don't avoid it. It's real. Like, don't pretend you're not on a roller coaster ride when you are, and know that that's going to be the constant, ongoing feeling of being in a business. Every evolution of yourself is like a new round on the roller coaster, right? You're learning new parts of yourself. You're learning new parts of your business. You're learning to be better at certain areas of your business, and you're opening up and expanding into new parts of yourself. And that's the game, that's the ride, that's the journey. And if you stay in it long enough, your success is inevitable. And if you stay in it long enough with a dedicated mission toward what it is you want to create, so get tapped back into your why, your success will be inevitable, I promise you. I really do want you to think, if you take strategic steps every single day, where will you be 10 years from now? 10 years is like actually a long time. A decade of life, you can create a lot. 10 years from now, you could have a passive stream of income from your business where you don't have to work another day of your life unless you choose to. So you have ultimate time freedom. That's absolutely possible in 10 years for anybody that's watching this right now. That's up to you. Where will you be 10 years from now if you don't take any steps in the direction, or you let yourself give up, or you decide that you don't have what it takes? It's just a decision. You have what it takes. I have what it takes. Does that mean that you're going to robotically take an amazing step every day and you're going to leap and gain 80 million followers next year? No, probably not. You're going to have the ups and downs. You're going to have the roller coaster ride. You're going to feel down sometimes. Sometimes you're going to feel alone. Sometimes you're not going to know what to do. Sometimes you're going to want to give up, and you're still going to show up because you care about your vision and your mission, whatever that is. So for today's action step, I want you to plug in below this video. What is your mission or vision? What do you want to do with your business? Why do you care about your business? You know, what's your why? However you want to articulate that and share it in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. Remember to give this a thumbs up, click on the notification. You could also share in the comments what you want to hear more of from me. I'm here for you. I care about you. I love my business. I'm not going anywhere. Do I ever want to give up? Yes. And I'm not going to, because I'm here for you. I am a reliable source for you to make more money and feel good about doing it, because I know how it feels to be in survival mode, and I know how it feels to gain more freedom and flexibility and shift in new directions and see the light where I go like, oh my God, I'm going to have so many passive streams of income that I will be able to choose 100% what I do with my day and with my time. And that is awesome. And through helping people, like, to me, there's nothing better. I get paid a whole bunch of money, and I'll have financial freedom to help people thrive. Yeah, I'm in. I'm all in. All right. I hope you have an incredible, amazing day. Don't forget to breathe on the entrepreneurial roller coaster ride journey. Don't give up. I'm here for you. And until next time, NFA Money Making High Fives. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Max Potential Money. If you're ready to break through to the next level of income, go to NFAMoneymakerlab.com to join the private NFA Facebook group, where you'll get weekly money mindset and practical manifestation tips, plus a free 30-day mini course called 30 Money Making Secrets. Again, that's NFAMoneymakerlab.com. I look forward to seeing you there.